Hi guys, welcome back. This is going to be another nearly full face of makeup from a certain brand, and today's brand is Laura Geller. So I have a foundation, and then I've also got some palettes that contain blushes, highlighters and eyeshadows. So I've got a fair amount of makeup from Laura Geller, not everything, so I don't have lipsticks for example, or mascaras, eyebrow products, but I think it's enough to be getting on with and to be showing you guys what the makeup looks like, how they perform, pigmentation, stuff like that. And as usual, I'll just be sharing my thoughts with you as I'm applying the products to my face. So I've done my skincare, I've done SPF, and then I've also used my Trini BFF primer, so I'm ready to get straight into it and start applying these products. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Colour Corrector. Now this isn't by Laura Geller, but this is just my Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Light Bisque. So I'll just be applying that under my eyes where I have these dark circles. Then just using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to cover up some dark circles and just some sort of areas where I've got blemishes, because the foundation I'm using is a powder foundation. So I'm going to go in with my liquid products first. Okay, concealer done. I'm now going to go in with that powder foundation I mentioned, and this is the Baked, Balance and Brighten Colour Correcting Foundation, and I've got it in a super size, but unfortunately mine has come apart. It came apart at the hinge, so not great in terms of packaging. But if you look at this foundation, you can see that there's loads of different colours within it, so it's a marbled powder foundation. So this is really lovely for colour correcting, like the name suggests. So usually when you apply foundation, it's just one colour, so it can make your face look pretty one-dimensional, and then you then need to add colour in through products like your bronzer, your blusher, concealer, things like that. But with this provides you with a good amount of coverage like you would expect from a foundation, but it doesn't make you look one-dimensional. It makes you look like you have colour in your skin. It makes your skin look like skin. So this is great if you're in a rush and if you want some coverage, because you could just apply this all over your face and you don't necessarily need bronzer or blusher on top. Yes, your face would look better if you did apply those products, but if you really have literally just a couple minutes and then you need to get out the door, this is a great product to be using. And it's not cakey, it doesn't sort of collect as well, it provides a really good amount of coverage, so I really like using this, especially in the summer months. This really is a summer foundation for me when I don't want to be applying liquids to my face. This is a great one to be using instead. Now I'm in the shade Fair, which I think, no, Porcelain is the lightest. I'm pretty sure Porcelain is the lightest, and then this is a step up. I'm usually light, but light in this foundation is pretty dark. It's a little bit orange, so if you have similar colouring to me, Fair is probably a better choice for you. So I'm going to use a Zoeva, silk finish brush. So it's a bit of a sort of dense brush. You can use a lighter brush, a brush like this Avon one here. You see it's a little bit more fluffy. You'll get a lighter coverage if you were to use this brush, but I'm going to go in with a more dense one. Starting on my forehead. Excuse that was from my Tan Luxe in my moisturiser last night. I clearly didn't apply it particularly well. So Laura Geller, it's not really a makeup brand you see mentioned that often here on YouTube, and I think it's just because it's not really targeted at, you know, younger audiences, you know, your YouTube, TikTok, those types of audiences that are typically younger. Forehead still a little bit shiny. I am actually going to try it with a looser brush. Okay, foundation done. So it's a real buildable formula. You can apply as little or as much of this as you want. So I've kind of gone for a sort of medium finish here. So you can still sort of see some pigmentation from some spots that I've had recently. So you can kind of like target your coverage there. But I think she says still applying, I think I'm going to leave it there. But I quite like the finish of this. As you can see, my skin doesn't look completely blank, like it's a blank canvas. There is some difference in colour on my face from all those different colours within the marbled powder itself. So I've just gone in with a light layer of bronzer. That is my NYX contour in the shade Taupe. So just a light layer of it. Because what I will say actually about this foundation is that it's very tempting and very easy to apply too much, because then when you put your bronzer, your blush and your highlighter over the top, it looks like you've got a lot of colour on your face. So I would say less is more with that foundation, and then you can build in your colour with other products like this. Because if I was to keep going with that foundation and then go in with this bronzer, I'd be looking slightly orange and slightly brown. So definitely less is more with that foundation. Okay, moving on then. So I have 5 of these Lookbook palettes, and I got these a couple of years ago at Christmas. They are limited edition, so I don't think you can get these ones anymore. But Laura Geller come out with these types of palettes every year, and these are great because these are your eyeshadows, blusher and highlighter in one palette. It really takes away that guesswork of knowing what blusher goes with what eyeshadow and vice versa. It's all in the same little palette. So this is great for travelling. If you're going on holiday, you can just grab this and then you've got your eyeshadows, blusher and highlighter in one. So I'll just run you through the colours in this collection. So this is the Thursday one. So this is very much kind of like date night, smoky eye type look. The Friday one is very romantic, so it's lots of pinks, very shimmery, very kind of girly looking. Saturday's a bit more muted, you've got some cooler tones in there, some sort of purpley greys. Sunday is very warm. This is very kind of autumnal to me. Could be summery as well, but it's all your bronze colours, your terracottas, your golds. And then Monday is a bit like that other pinky one I showed you, but just sort of slightly darker shades in there with that dark purple. So on my channel before, I think in previous Shop My Stashes, I have used this pink one and also this pink one, so I won't be using either of those in this video. I am drawn towards the Thursday one, this one, the kind of taupey, olivey shades. I think I'm going to go for this. Okay, so let's try the blusher then. It's called Caliente, so it's a bit of a dark peachy pink colour. From memory, these are quite pigmented, so I'm just going to build up ever so slightly with this, just kind of concentrating it on my cheekbones, bring it up by my temple as well. Okay, that's all I want to do for blusher for now. I can come back to that after I've done the eyes, but I don't want to go in too heavy with the blusher and then go quite dark on the eyes and it be too much. Let's try the highlighter now, which is a bit of a light frosted pale pink shade. So let's see how this applies. I swear I'm saying it in every video I'm doing at the moment, but I really need a new highlighter brush. I've just primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I am actually going to dip into the brownie palette because I want to use this brown shade up here as a crease shade. Also, I broke the mirror in that palette. I think I did it a few years ago, so I think I'm probably halfway through my 7 years of bad luck. Quite pigmented, very easy to blend. Quite a bit of fallout, but not on my face though, which is good. Okay, so just to swatch these two shimmer shades for you here. So this one up here is called Olive You. So a really nice mossy green shade. And then the other one is called Toasted Taupe. I think I'm going to go for the taupey one. I've worn the moss green one before and it is lovely, but I don't recall wearing this taupe one that often, so I'm going to take a flat brush and apply that in my sort of outer part of my eye. See how this one works. Ooh, that's pigmented. So this is just on top of the Urban Decay Primer Potion, so it's adhering pretty well. I quite like that. I like how that's looking. That's a really nice sort of updated smoky eye. That's a really lovely colour. I really like that. Really like a warm toasted taupey brown type shade. Really, really like that. Okay, so in the inner corner of my eye then, I'm going to take this shimmery sort of yellow based beige called Golden Straw. I'm going to use the same brush but just on the other side. And just kind of like lighten this inner part a bit. So for a shimmer shade, these are working really well. I have been using my NYX glitter primer recently for shimmery shades like this, but I feel like for these shades, I don't need it. But just think actually, if I was to use it, like how much more pigmented it would be. I really like that. That looks really pretty, really pigmented. I don't think, no fallout as well underneath my eyes. That is lovely, really, really happy with that. Just going to use some of that Golden Straw again, just under my brow bone. This is the palette from Laura Geller that I reach for the least, and I think it's just because it's quite dark. It's a little bit scary and intimidating, but actually it's looking really, really lovely. So I think I need to reach for this one a bit more often. Okay, going to use the shade Little Black Dress, that black eyeshadow there, to work as a black liner. I'm going to try and wing it out a little bit. And I've got a wing liner brush from Zoeva, so it's a slanted tip. Okay, just a subtle black line with that black eyeshadow there. That was really pigmented, that worked really well, really easy to blend. And it showed up really well over this sort of dark taupey colour that I've got on my lid as well. So very impressed with that, really like how that looks. So I'm just going to finish up my makeup then. I'm just going to do my brows, mascara and lips, and then I will show you the final look. So this is how the final look looks. So I really like it. I think this is really pretty. The eyes are so pretty. I need to use that palette a bit more. Don't be scared of it. It's so lovely, as are all the other colours as well. The foundation looks really nice. It's not full coverage, so as you can still see, you know, where I've had some breakouts, and it's not completely matte as well. So even though it's a powder foundation, it's not completely matte. So my face does look a little bit, I guess, shiny, but when I look in my mirror here, it doesn't. It just looks a little bit luminous. So it's probably not the best foundation for camera, but it looks so lovely in person. And I like as well that it still looks like skin, so you can still see, you know, breakouts, you can still see a little bit of discoloration. So it's not providing you with a thick blank canvas. It's not looking like you've got a full cover of makeup on. I think it looks really lovely. And then this is what the makeup looks like from a distance. So Laura Geller, like I say, I feel like it's not a brand that's spoken about much here on YouTube, but I feel like more people need to try the brand and see what the products are like. I think it's a little bit like Bare Minerals, where they excel in their powder products. So that powder foundation is lovely. It's got all those different colours in it, so it makes it look like your skin, but just with a bit more coverage. The eyeshadows are beautiful as well. I think they've blended out so lovely. The blush and highlighter as well, very pretty. Really, really love Laura Geller products. I think they're so lovely. Really decent quality. I haven't tried any of the primers, which they're really well known for. The Spackle primer, I think it is meant to be really good. I've not tried mascaras or brows or lips, so if you have tried any of those products and you think they are worth me trying, please let me know. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye guys.